trying to fuck, but he won't pay about my paper. Real big shit, man, everything made. Bands on like a skater. We eating over him, ain't everything catered. She know I'm a player. She wanna fuck now, but I wanna fuck later. She been looking for a baller. Somebody better keep her in the stars. She ain't thinking about love. She got a mind on my money. Can't get it down, they police say. She wanna get saved. Tryna get saved. She wanna get saved. She wanna get saved. What's up, Max? What up, man? Shit. Nah. Everybody always says that. I thought it's just because I had the damn beard. It was really hard during the time while I was gone in a relationship. And then it was also hard being home, trying to transition back into regular life, being with the same person who you was with while you was away. It was, the whole process was just fucking crazy. But I went with the flow and just did it. We came to the point where we felt like this shit ain't gonna work. And went and did our own thing and shit. We separated. What's crazy is I only live one street over now. I think I told, I mean, I said it on here. You might have been on here. So I live with my cousin. I'm helping him out and shit. Well, he's helping me. And then I'm paying my way, helping myself live there and shit. With bills and food and doing all the shit I'm supposed to be like his roommate and shit. I know ain't nothing for free. He never even asked me for none of that. He never said I owed him anything. I don't think you should ever do that. I told him I was gonna sleep on the side porch and get picked up for work in the morning. It got that bad. The last little argument me and her had, it got that bad. I put my blanket, my pillow, my work boots and work clothes on the side porch and took off walking like I am now, like I do every day. And when I told him, you know, what was going on, he's like, fuck all that, bro. He's like, pack a couple bags and get your ass down here. I was like, all right. But it's my real cousin, though, so, you know, he was probably doing what he felt like he needed to. I would have did the same for him. If he needed somewhere to stay and said that shit, I had my own crib, I would have said the same thing. And then between last night and today, we had all of our kids over there, plus the girl he talks to, her kids. So we had 9, we all got 3 kids each. Shit was crazy, dude. We had 9, well, hold on. No, we had 7 of our 9 kids there. One of mine wasn't there. And then one of his wasn't, but he actually showed up afterwards. So yeah, that was crazy. And we spent, yeah, I already know, Pookie. Yeah, what up? We split up once. Shit was rough. Yeah, it was a decent bit. I hated that shit, dude. It was crazy. I had fun at times, but you can't, like, enjoy prison. But you can get to the point where you just deal with it. It got to the point where I woke up one day and told her I wasn't going to call her no more for a while and told her just to live her life and that she wasn't going to want to deal with me right now and shit. And as soon as that happened, that was when I got all the rest of my face tats because I only had one at the time. When I went to prison, I only had one face tattoo. I got a bunch more. I got way deeper into the mix of things, got in a whole bunch of trouble. Within 90 days, I got leveled up, was rolled out to Lebanon. Close security, disciplinary, all that. I was acting a fool, so I just gave up on life and just crashed out. But that's all behind me now, so I could I can put that shit behind me now, but like, and I'm doing the right thing. I got my job. I just go to work and kick it with my kids. I got some other plans tonight though. Yeah. I did spend time with my kids last night and today, and then tonight I'm about to do my own thing. Appreciate you. What's up, Stone? Stoner? Stoner? Yeah, you sound like a fucking bitch saying that weird ass shit, man. Get off my live. I'm about to just block you, bro. You sound like a fucking weirdo. You sound like a sex offender saying some shit like that out of nowhere. That shit's goofy, bro. Come out of nowhere and say some shit like that to somebody for no reason. You got that type of weird ass shit on your mind already is where that was coming from. That would have been the type of dude in the joint that was acting like that and doing that type of shit. Coming in and saying that for no reason like that. Nah, I got a car. I just don't got a license. And I gotta pay $400 and I gotta retake the test. I like walking. I could literally be driving right now. But the thing is, I would be risking getting a violation. I gotta take my test again. I gotta pay the money to get it back. I gotta get an SR22 behind. It's a whole process. Everything I do in my area is right in the area. So it's almost like a medication for me, for real. I enjoy it. Like, I'm not just saying that. I enjoy it. I leave, I walk, I think, I put thoughts together and memories together, and then I run into people. When I come home, I feel better. It's almost like I left all the negative shit in my head out and about, and then I come home without it. It's weird. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I've been home 8 months. But thank you for trying to prey on my downfall. When I see comments like that, it motivates me to know there's weird ass haters and shit out there who, got reasons why they say things like that because you got shit going on or whatever. So you just try to project negativity. But that right there is exactly why I do the right thing. You ain't even shown, you got like no profile pic. Like I always say on here, if you're gonna come on here and talk shit, at least you be a man and show your face. You probably ain't got no job. You probably just sitting at your family's house. I'm in the process of getting all my shit back to figure it out. I got a job now. I have had a job the whole time, but I got to switch to a better job. And I got my landlord. My boss is a landlord. I ain't talking to that dude's bitch ass no more. I'm talking to everybody else. I'm saying like my boss is a landlord and he owns a bunch of properties. So he was telling me he's gonna help me just get my own crib and just figure it out like with my paycheck. Or he knows people. So I mean, we just worked real hard and we got where we got quick. I was only home 8 months and we got that shit figured out quick. So when I left, her and my 3 kids, they got a nice house and shit at least. And I help her still. I'm not even there and I help her still. That's what a man does. You ain't supposed to leave and just do your own thing. I get paid, I still give her money and shit. Buy her cigarettes, pay bills and shit over there. I ain't even been there in like 2.5 weeks. Every paycheck, I call her and see what she needs me to do for her. And then I do that also where I'm at. So I'm paying my own way and I'm helping my kids and their mom. I will not go without a job. I am not going back to jail. I will not do nothing that could risk me going back to jail. I'm just kind of like going with the flow and living my life like one day at a time. But I got some good things going for me for real. Like as far as friends I got and shit, people who always want to kick it with me, that's cool. I can make choice. I could decide if I want to hang out with this person or what. Last night I blew everybody off. I had multiple people texting me and calling me saying, hey, come here, let's go do this. So-and-so wants to see you. But I chose to stay home, not go out, do nothing. I had a feeling like just telling me just chill out. And then I spent time with my kids. I took them to the high school football game. I don't know. I feel different now than I did before I got locked up. Back in the day, I probably would have just went. I wouldn't even have thought about it and just said, fuck it, and went. So when you start growing and elevating to the point where you know right from wrong, then that's what I meant earlier when I said I see comments like that and it reminds me that I might be doing something right and I'm on the right path. You about to cut yours off too? Yeah, SR22 sucks. I'm trying to see all these comments I missed. Yeah, one day at a time. Cool with them. God bless you too. Oh, I was heading back over here where I be going and walking, but I just heard something. I don't know what that was. Yeah, somebody just let off some fireworks or something. I love cutting through over here though. It's where I used to stay and I have a lot of memories and nostalgia. Not to mention there's a hell of cute females just chilling over here at all times. And they all see me like every day because I cut through here. And I walk in circles and just chill. I get on live or just think or come on here and vent. But they always just sit outside and smile at me or wave at me. So after doing this for the last couple of weeks, it's cool. Ooh, police. I'm going this way. I ain't even doing nothing wrong, but it still don't feel right. That's something that might not never go away. I walk down to the front of the Heights and there's a cop parked. They usually get somebody's job that's to just sit there all day. One of the officers gets the lucky job description of sitting in front of all the government housing, projects and sitting there and watching in the front and the entrance. And when I come down here, sometimes he's sitting there, sometimes he's not. I said, fuck it, and went the other way. It's just like weird. I don't know, some of y'all might be able to relate if you've been in jail or if you just got tattoos and shit. I feel like the more I avoid them and I know I'm not doing nothing wrong, the better, because I could walk by right now and he could just feel like fucking with me and shit for no reason. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not gonna get all into it, but some of y'all know, like I've talked on here about some of the things I'm trying to get off of my name and shit, and it gives them more of a purpose and more of a reason to just fuck with you. They could just pretty much, as soon as they run your name and see that shit pop up, they can be like, they can detain you, they can call your PO, there's a number that's attached to your name that gives them the right to harass you and shit. That's what I regret about that part of my life. Giving the government that much power and control over me by being able to just fuck with me like that. And put enhancements, you can get enhancement charges and all type of shit. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. How's everybody's day going though? What are y'all doing? Shay, what up? Never goes away. Pick me up. Oh yeah. You be using pick me up. Thank you, MM. Oh yeah, who is that? Marky? What's up, bro? Yeah, I'm trying, dude. Did you find a ghost? Nah, but listen. And Marky, I don't know if you're in here still or what, but check this out, bro. Sometimes I had a live, right, that I put on. Let me run it through the rundown real quick. We first bought that house. My children's mother I'm referring to. We rented that house. We would hear running in the attic. Couldn't figure out what it was. And then we kept having stomping up there, to the point where one day we all came out at the same time, converged in the hallway, our whole family, and looked at each other and said, who the fuck is in the attic right now? And everybody's like, I don't know. I take my dog up there, his fur goes up and his tail goes down, acting funny as hell. So I decided to put the live up all night and go to sleep. Well, in the morning, everybody's telling me they seen all this weird shit. They kept hearing weird shit. So we realized the basement camera was saying motion body detection, but when we would click it, there's nothing there. But it would track across the room. So any of y'all know who got security cameras, there's a setting where it will show you if it's an animal or a person. And it would say animal detection if my dog walked by or my cat walked by. But it would pop up human body detection. I'd click it and it would show a green box going across the room, right? Like this. But you're looking at nothing, but you're watching the box go and it's notifying me. And I'm like, this is weird. We here running and shit. Then I found out, and you probably know what I'm talking about, bro, because you from the city. There was a family that died about 10 years ago in a house fire, and it was owned by the same people that we had where we're at. But it happened 30 feet, bro, probably 40 feet from that basement. The houses was right there, crammed up against each other. Now we got an empty lot right there. So I'm like, all these people died here. This house been here since 1920. So we put the live up in the basement, or no, it was 1918. We put the live up in the basement, same thing. Everybody's like, bro, your house is haunted. There's weird shit happening. We're seeing shadows walk past the camera. We're hearing things. So Monique's lightweight, scared to be over there by herself. I mean, good thing I'm only one street over. You know, I live on, you know where I'm at, bro. I live one street over from her. So she can call me if she absolutely needs to, and I could cut right through the yard. Boom, and I'm right there. I seen her today, too. We went to the park, took the kids to the park. We hung out for like 2 hours and shit, being civil. It's haunted, bro. Yeah, I know. Something ain't right, though. Anything could have happened. It could have been the previous owners. Oh, and not to mention, nursing home, right on the other side. Ambulance is there once a week with a body bag, picking somebody up once a week. Old people that just die. So who's to say, like, we don't know. We don't know what's really going on. And when we die, you know, we don't know what happens. But this is what I was getting at, though. Since I've been at Cousin Stevie's, 2 things have happened. And he cracked a joke and said, bro, you better not have brought no ghost to my house. The first one was I was in the shower and the sink cabinet opened and shut, to the point where I peeked out the blind and I didn't do that either. That's nothing. I mean, that could have just been a glitch on my phone, but that just started on its own because I had it paused. But anyways, I peeked out, like, why is that cabinet just closed like that? And Stevie said something too. He's like, I told him about it. He's like, oh, I heard it. Then a few days ago, the tricycle, they got a little tricycle, right, sitting in the living room, and it just rolled by itself. It was fucked up, bro. So he talking about he don't know if his house is haunted, but I've been there 2 weeks or going on 3 weeks, and he's talking about 2 paranormal things happened since I've been there. And he's like, bro, he was more or less like, what you got going on, bro? Like, why you bring ghosts to my house? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. That shit was crazy. I don't know, bro. Hey, and you know what's crazy is you seen them videos of my night terrors, you know? Did you ever go watch the other one or just the one? Because I had 2 videos. I uploaded 2 videos, but I know you seen the one because you commented on it. There's another one where I leap out the bed and I go like that. If you listen, you'll see me jump out the bed, and then you'll hear me gasp for air. And she looks at me, and Monique goes, what the fuck? And I said, what? Hey, that's the funniest part. I go, what? Like she did something wrong or something, bro. And then she finally realized it and stood up and realized I was having one of my dreams and goes, okay, I'm listening. What? I'm listening. Go ahead. And like calmed down and wanted me to tell her what was wrong. And as I'm walking out, you'll hear me say, long story short, and then I start telling her how my dream went. So yeah, bro, I don't know. But this shit's crazy, bro. I cut my hair, my beard, because I feel like it's way too hot at my job, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you'll see what I mean, though. You sleep paralysis, too? Yeah. So do you feel like you gotta try to move your toes and shit, or you just can't move, you're stuck? For me, sometimes it feels like someone's standing over me, but it's not every time. Sometimes I'm just fucking stuck. But my conscience kicks in to the point where it's like my conscience is fully aware that I'm dreaming and that I'm somewhere else. But I'm trying to get back to my body, bro. It's the hardest shit to explain. And then when I finally do, I could slowly move my fingers and toes, and then I'll jump up, freak the fuck out. Hey, by the time I actually jump up, it's like, all right, I'm cool. I'll go back to sleep. But them other ones ain't sleep paralysis. They're like, kind of like you said in the comment, I wake up with like anxiety, panic. You said, yeah, you was right. It's like I wake up panicking. And I'm trying to figure out like what the fuck is really going on. So I just jump up. But it ain't crazy because I had to tell all my bunkies when I was locked up, you know, hey, if I say crazy shit, this and that, just wake me up, tell me to go back to sleep. But I had bunkies tell me that I stood in the corner with my eyes wide open, bro. He's like, yeah, I got up to pee at 4 o'clock in the morning and you was standing in the corner over there in the darkness. And I got up and went like this and noticed you had your eyes open. So I said, hey, bunkie, what are you doing? And he said, I just ignored him, walked past him and laid back in the bed and went back to sleep. So that, and I don't remember that. So that's like some insomnia shit. I guess I stood there for an unknown amount of time with my feet locked in place like this. But I was sleeping. Part of my brain was still sleeping, but I'm just standing there like, yeah, I wonder if I might be, somebody over here letting off fireworks. Hey, I wonder if I might got like a demon attached to me or something. What you doing, Marky? Crazy shit, sleepwalking. Yeah, bro. It's not insomnia. It's insomnia where you can't sleep. My bad. Yeah, you're right. Insomnia is where you can't sleep. Sleepwalking. That's like sleepwalking. Yeah, that's what you guys. Right. That's sleepwalking, right. And then insomnia is where you can't sleep. Night terrors where you get stuck and you can barely move. Sleep paralysis. Night terrors is where you freak the fuck out and wake up. That happens like a couple times a week sometimes. Look, the other day, I did it. I've only done it once, though, since I've been here. And Stevie came out of his bedroom across the hall, came in my room, and turned the fucking light on and goes, yo, Pack, what's up, bro? You all right? And I'm sitting on the floor, like, next to my bed. Fans knocked over, shit on my dresser's knocked over. He goes, I just heard a loud bang, and I come in here, you're sitting on the floor. You all right? And I looked down at my hand. I jumped out the bed and smacked my hand off the fan, hard as fuck. And it ain't got no cover on it. So I pretty much stuck my hand into the fan, going full blast and punched a full blast fan in the blades. Cut my hand. I had a little trickle of blood. He's like, what are you doing? You all right? And I was like, nah, I had a nightmare. And when I woke up, I forgot where I was because it's pitch black. And I only been here for a couple of days. And he's like, all right, I was just checking on you. Love you. Went back to sleep. But he's always, every night he comes in there and checks on me and shit. He really is helping me, bro. He cares. He'll peek his head in and be like, hey, love you. I'm going to bed, bro. You good? You ain't in here in your head, or you don't be in here getting all depressed, bro. Don't be acting like a little bitch. You know, Stevie. But it's his way of like trying to check on me and still clown about it at the same time. He's like, don't be in here in your feelings, bro. Thinking and overthinking and shit. Just let everything play out. You're gonna be all right. And he's always telling me shit like that. But he's looking out, you know. Bro, I don't got no light in my room. My bedroom has no windows. He got like a 5-bedroom house. I told him I didn't care if I had the basement or the 1-bedroom upstairs. It's kind of like a loft. It's like an attic loft. But there ain't no, you know how the houses are in our city, Marky. A lot of them are got them upstairs bedrooms with the real low ceilings. And that's kind of how it is upstairs. Hey, you trying to get people to add you on here? I think I seen you say something like that one day. If so, I could start telling people too. If you want to start posting more videos and shit every day. And because I have a little bit of a following on here, I could try to send people in your direction every time I'm on a live or something. Like the 10 people that's in here right now, I could try to see if they'll want to subscribe to you and shit like that, just to help you out. I could have sworn you made a post that one day. See, I quit posting on here and took me out the algorithm. There's a few people in here who probably remember a week ago, I had at least 200 people at a time every live, at least 200 people every time. Now I get on here and I could barely get up to 30, 50. It's because I quit posting. I was posting 3-4 times a day, so it was keeping me in the algorithm. But you gotta keep up with that shit. I feel you, me too. But that's all I was doing too. Posting shit like that, just chilling, daily life. If I seen something I thought was kind of interesting, I'd record it, put a little song behind it, write some shit on the front of it, just half-ass shitty edit, boom, put it on the thing. And some of the videos actually went viral without me even trying. Like, I think I just walked past a pack, but I wouldn't pick it up anyway. It looked like somebody dropped something. I ain't about to touch that shit. Yeah, like my video at the park, bro. I was helping a goose. It got like 190,000 views on Facebook. And then the one video of me cooking food got over 1 million views on Facebook. And they monetized us. We just got a $250 paycheck. And we got sponsored by Fluff and Stuff. And I got to go on After Prison Show and all that. All that good shit was happening. And then I left. And she took over. She took over the 2 fire-ass accounts that are monetized, sponsored, and got 11,000 followers on the one. I can't remember how much the other one, but she ain't really doing nothing with it, man. Like, the point is, she don't give a fuck about that. She ain't trying to keep up with that shit. You gotta post 3 times a day. You gotta edit shit. There's so many things you gotta remember to do. And she just gave up on it. Instead of letting me keep it and continue and grow, she made me have to start all over again. And why I fucked up is I let her talk me into making this and doing this, but we used her email. It was her idea. I said, same thing you just said, bro. I said, I don't really want to have everybody looking at my life every day. And I don't think they care what I got going on. She said, you're wrong. People are interested in this shit. They want to see what an average family goes through when someone comes home from prison and they was in a relationship, and they want to see how hard it is for you to transition, and they just trust me, do it. I'm like, all right. So she talked me into it, and we used her fucking email, bro. And now I left, and sure enough, she kept it. She just looks popular as fuck. I built her a fan base for something she don't even use. Oh, yeah, you said you had to put the Ohio behind it last time. Yeah, you probably always got ripping and running, huh? Moving, doing something. Nah, I hear you. I feel you. You can't. A lot of things in life are not meant to be on camera, too. But I just meant, like, silly family moments, catch shit with the dogs. You see a fight happening, film it, shit like that. But you still got to even be careful with that, too, depending on who it is and where you're around. Just anything. Like, I got the most random ass content. Stevie or Danny doing wheelies, something, anything I got going on around me, I'll just think like, would this make good content? Am I able to even film this without pissing people off? And then once I figure all that out, I decide to do it, and then I edit it and post it. Some of them do good, some of them don't. But that goose that was at the park, it was fucked up, bro. It had a hook in its neck. It had somebody wrapped a string around his leg with a piece of metal hanging off it and shit. I don't know who did that asshole shit, and it came right up to me. I put its head down like this, showing me that it got a hook sticking out of its neck, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And people was still to this day, I'm getting emails from people commenting me saying, well, alerting my email because they comment, and it'll say, thank you for helping this animal. And it's been like 4 months, bro, and I'm still getting people writing me about it. But I'm waiting on I need to look at some of these comments. I'm waiting on my friend. Yeah, they know, bro. They sense that shit. That's exactly what Monique said. She was like, I bet you that goose sat there and watched people, and then until it got a vibe of who to go up to. I was like, you really think that it picked me? And she was like, yeah, I do. She was like, it probably sat there and waited and said, all right, this dude and these 3 little girls, I'm going straight up to them. And that's exactly what it did. It walked right up to me and just stopped, tilted its head like this, and it had this sad ass look in its eye. And I'm confused right off the rip. I'm like, why is this goose coming up to us in the first place? I'm thinking it had rabies or something. And then it just lays its neck down, and it exposed the hook. Pretty much come up to me like, yo, you're a human. You got fingers. Pull this fucker out of my neck. That's exactly how the whole ordeal went, pretty much. Didn't even try to run or nothing. Yeah, I agree. And I've been trying to have good energy, bro. You know, we all know, we all grew up doing what we want and how we want, and kind of had, we all have our own story, but we all had a little bit of a past and a little bit of a fucking negative aura behind us. But then as some of us grew up, we all decided to go a different path. And even though we are grown, making good choices, we all have that choice within us. Like, don't get it twisted type shit. Like, even though we all grew up and we got families and making money and surviving and thriving and whatnot, it's still that we ain't your average, like, group of friends and family that grew up with a fucking silver spoon, and like, we came from some struggles and shit. So I believe that makes people, you know, closer and makes better choices. And I know you've been locked up too. It helps you put things in perspective. For me, it helped me realize, like, what did I take for granted before that I'm home now? I should not take that shit for granted no more. Like, that's the easiest way to put it, for real. I talked to Mark too a couple times. I know you did, bro. I remember. My mom, this is crazy. When I was a kid, and it was me and Stevie and a couple people he was with that were older. I can't remember. When I got picked up from my mom, she asked me, did we all do anything that we weren't allowed? And I said, why? And she said, because I keep hearing Stevie and Marky are been up to no good, getting in trouble, smoking weed when they can. And I guess she said one of y'all scraped somebody's pipe or something when y'all was like 13 or some shit and was getting high or something. I can't remember the details. This was like 03, 2003 or something. We were like 13. And my mom was like, you guys better not be getting into no shit. And that's when I first remember her pretty much saying shit like that, that we all had that reputation that we were being bad, bro. Like, not most little kids are not worried about shit like that. We're in there trying to get females to be on grown shit while we should be thinking about playing video games, and we're trying to get girls that want to get down and be on bullshit. And, you know, we was doing all that way too young, bro. Like, that was all I cared about at that age. Figuring out how I could smoke some weed and drink some beer and hang out with a girl. Even if we was at the park or something. Up there fingering her and shit. And just goofy shit, bro. Like, you know, you remember how it was. Thinking I'm grown. Doing the shit I'm doing, feeling like I'm an adult. Oh yeah, you keep posting. Oh, you noticed that shit? Thank you. Yeah, I definitely cut it off. People probably noticed that as soon as they seen me. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know how I felt when I looked in the mirror at first. But it'll grow back. It's just a little phase I gotta go through. I wanted to start all over, and I wanted to keep up with it as it grows. That was me, bro. Yeah, I just seen that. I remember that. But this time, all right, so I'll give you an example. The house the story I was talking about from my mom picking me up and saying all that was Stevie lived with somebody on off by the east side by the cemetery, kind of like over by 160, off of 169 if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say you stayed there for a little bit, and that's the time period that I'm talking about, like 03 or something maybe, if that rings a bell. And you know how I got a weird memory and I remember everything? It's always been like that. I remember somebody said they got shocked getting out the shower one time, bro. I think it was you. Was talking about they hopped out the shower and there was something that was plugged in and they touched it and it felt like it zapped them. That was the same day I came and stayed and we played Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation 1. Or was it Resident Evil 1? Or no, I think it was Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation 2. Aunt Tracy. Okay, that is it. You remember that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See how weird that is? And I do think if it wasn't you, it was Stevie. One of y'all was talking about getting zapped on the shower. We was in the basement. We was down in the basement playing Resident Evil 2. There was an older dude there, which is probably who you was just talking about. Yeah. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Way back in the day, dude. Shit that people shouldn't even remember. It's almost like I feel like I got like a fucking form of fucking some type of retardation, autism or something. Nah, I'm just kidding. But you know how they say some of them motherfuckers are geniuses? I ain't nowhere near a genius, but what I'm saying is I got this weird memory that nothing leaves my brain, bro. So like if I see it with my own eyes or I talk about it, it could be 20, 30 years later and I could be laying in bed and I'll have these random memories and random thoughts pop in my head. Or if I'm talking to somebody, I could say things that happened a long time ago and they'll verify it and be like, how the fuck do you remember that? And I don't know why or how. I don't get it. It's a blessing and a curse. I remember Monique's MySpace and photo bucket password from 2006 while I was in prison, bro. It was like 2020, and she asked me for, or told me she wished she could get into her MySpace and her photo bucket. I said, if you never changed it, I remember it. And she's like, shut up. She's like, there ain't no way don't you remember it. Don't play with me like that. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Go try this. And she did. And she was like, oh my God, call me back in an hour. This is crazy. And then next thing you know, she just starts sending me pictures on my tablet. You know, I had a tablet and a joint. And it's all these like 30 pictures just came through, bro. Me and her when we was kids. We was like 15 years old taking pictures. And that's why she wanted in that shit. You know? Oh, he said, bro, I can't even remember my new Facebook password. Everybody tells me that that's not normal. Like, everybody's like, bro, I don't even remember what I did last month. And you're talking about shit from that. I don't get it. It's weird. I feel like I should be putting it to use somehow, or I don't know. I should find a way to benefit from my memory, but it's cool enough to just have memories, you know? But the thing is, some of the shit I don't want to remember. So sometimes there's shit that I have detailed memories of that I would prefer to just completely forget about, and it don't work like that. It does not work like that, bro. Sometimes I have dreams that are too vivid of things that I don't want to be thinking about, too. It's pretty fucked up for real. But, let me see, photo. You're mentally gifted. I swear that's exactly what I think might be the right exact terminology that I was looking for earlier when I joked around and said what I said. I don't know. But I got to make a few phone calls, y'all. So it was cool that we sat here, or y'all sat here with me for a minute, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I do that too. Push down the trauma and it comes back up. Yeah. What's up, Misty? All right, Marky, I'm out of here. Shay, Misty, and whoever else. Yeah, you too, cuzzo, for sure, bro. I'm gonna be all right. I'm heading back to Stevie's in a minute. That was cool, though. We went down some memory lane shit. And thank you for trying to post my Facebook on there. It sucks that I had to start over. It went from 11,000 people to like 200. And my TikTok's the same exact thing, but with 777 behind it. So it's PACKYvisionsTV 777. And the Facebook is just the PACKYvisionsTV shit. So, yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you. I'm about to get out of here. I'll come back on in a couple hours, all right? And hit me up, Marky. Yup, stay safe, stay free. God bless.